Alright, people. I'm recording this video. Apparently, I just checked my sound, and I apparently have excellent sound. I went from, well, not so great sound to suddenly stereo sound, and, well, I hook it up like I always do. But, oh, look at my sound meter. Hold on. Let me just check it. Oh, it was barely peaking 1/8 before. Although when I did play the playback of it, oh, and you can't see me. Hello, I'm right here. Yeah. So, let me start my video by, let me start my video. I know I do incomplete thoughts, but this is going to be a good video. Hopefully. By the way, I might have cancer. Hold on. Hi, if you can even see me. I didn't even get ready for today. I just woke up. I haven't done anything but basically get out of bed. I did some laundry. I didn't even eat anything. But here I am, and I'm feeling extra energetic today. I wanted to go to the store, but I'm doing laundry. Did I mention I'm doing laundry? Because I'm doing laundry. So it makes it a little bit difficult. You can't, oops, can't hear me. And I can't, now suddenly there's things making noises. Oh, this is Rushy. She wants to be in the video, so here she is. Say hello. She got stuff on her fur I gotta clean off. She had, in case wasn't pointing the camera, there was stuff on her fur. See, I keep the floor clean, and the litter box is very clean. Would you like to see it? I'll take you over to see it. But not right now, but it's very clean. And the whole area is, and this whole room is I keep it nice. You know, I keep it nice. There's Mackenzie. You know, this is the room. There's not much in here, actually. The speakers aren't even mine. The fan I don't really use. This is on. This is what we might be hearing in the background. Maybe that's why I sound better. Although I doubt it. This is a fan. It's a space heater, actually, but I have it on fan. Don't want to waste the electricity. Actually I do, but I'm not supposed to. I want my rent to go up. I'm saving $25 a month from where I was before, which was cut from $500, which was cut from $600 in the place I lived before, which was brought up from $100, which is at Stephanie's. Anyway, point is that I'm awesome. I'm doing good. As you can see, I've started to put on the weight that I've fucking, sorry for the obscenity, but that this thing is not working right. Here it is. I put on a little bit of weight since the blood test. Please, I'm calling the Joint Commission of Health and Human Services, or the Joint Commission of Accreditation of Health and Human Services Executive Office today, because the fact is that doctors won't order a biopsy. I have black spots, or brown or black spots appearing in my mouth. I have ulcers on the roof of my mouth. They like to call the palate, which to me is like it's like a 17th century term that's been perverted since, and for oral sex purposes, and they seem to like to use it as such in doctors' offices everywhere. And dude, doctors, let me just tell you, they don't care if, it doesn't matter if they're a pediatrician, it doesn't matter if they're an ER doctor, it doesn't matter, life does not mean shit to them, okay? It doesn't matter, I don't mean to sound all conspiratorial here, but I'm saying from first-hand experience, they don't give a shit. Because, at least, a lot of them. Yes, we've all seen Trauma Life in the ER on Discovery Health Channel, but that is not how typically hospitals are run. They're not all jokey like that, and even on that show, you can see that there's some things that clearly either aren't being shown or that are being kept a little bit hush-hush, and we all know this. People, I'm speaking for millions of people that have died on operating tables and other places in hospitals that just shouldn't have died. It could have been easily prevented. But for insurance reasons, I mean, I live in Massachusetts, so when you go in, it's Mass Health. I have Mass Health insurance, and the doctors have to, though it doesn't say this on the official Mass Health website, I've learned that doctors actually have to take specialist doctors or in primary care, and doctors in general, ER doctors and everything, have to take a pay cut for accepting Mass Health, even psychiatrists and psychologists. So they might not treat you as good. They may get more people, and they may be. It seems like they tend. They're fighting. Hey. Alright, they're not fighting. They take a pay cut, and they may get more patients as a result, but they treat them poorly and they overbook them. My current psychiatrist books so many people that I'm there typically over an hour, waiting always, and there she goes. Typically over an hour. That was me, yeah. Typically over an hour, and I usually get to meet the people that are there. And I had the idea that maybe she was doing that for. Let me check my time here. I'm about halfway through this video, but I'm gonna make about 20 videos today. I've told myself, but we'll see. Yeah, so I've had the idea that maybe she's doing it so maybe she's doing it on purpose, so the patients will get to know each other, because that's what they do in this hour plus time that we're waiting to see her. It is a her. I'm gonna give her a name. It's Dr. Berman, and she's gone out of practice once and had to move. Fortunately, right around the corner, and some people call these places pill mills because she'll prescribe. I don't know if codeine would make somewhere classified as a pill mill. Codeine's an over the counter. But I'm not gonna blow up her spot. She's been a great person. It's not a pill mill because of the psychiatrist necessarily, and in this case, she's following standard procedures certainly, and the only complaint I have is that with her is that she's overbooking, and the fact that she accepts Mass Health, and she's one of the only people that accepts Mass Health, and overbooking is questionable. Another doctor, Dr. Golden, accepts Mass Health and doesn't overbook, and he actually does overbook, but it's not more than by 20 minutes, which is actually ridiculous in of itself. But what can you expect? If you say, there's my cat going crazy. I don't know if you can see her. She's upside down. Hold on. See, this camera doesn't have one of those things that actually will right itself side up if it's turned upside down. This camera will go upside down if it's turned upside down. There is cameras that will do that. I know I look horrible. I just woke up. I threw my hat on so you couldn't see my hat hair or my morning hair, what have you. Maybe I'll fix it for the next video that's coming up in about 5 minutes. There's Rushy, by the way. Here she is. She's cool. She's got freaking like the same problems as me, sort of. Dude, and I've woke up with. Alright, I don't even say it, but I think I have the same problems as her. I think we can survive. Even if it's cancer, I think we can survive. And I'm convinced that there's nothing else it could be. What else could it be when you're showing up with ulcers in your mouth, brown, black spots in the corner of your cheeks, which I record later. Maybe. Constant sore throat. The only reason I don't have I can't notice my sore throat is because I'm overloaded on Prilosec, which is said to, not proven, but said to in the brochure that they provide with it is it's actually another name for it is omeprazole, and they actually hold on. My cat's getting ready to pounce on poor Rushy. Hey, see, I have to separate them. They fight all the time. But yeah, omeprazole, the booklet in the Prilosec booklet, I was looking in it. I of course read the whole thing, and one of the things that has been sort of semi-proven is that it's known to cause cancer. Not only that, it leaves you prone to infection because it claims that one of the purposes of these stomach acids that it's helping reduce actually helps prevent infection, serious infection. So this is just one of the many problems with things, and obviously there is, whether you believe me or not, there's people out there that are living indefinitely, meaning they're immortal, and they're chilling in a mountain somewhere, in the cave somewhere in outer space, or wherever the hell they really want. And I mean, they're totally immune to bullets and things, a lot of them. So, and some of them required it this way, some required it that way. You know, anything you can imagine is happening somewhere. So, so don't be fooled by people tell you, just because the Guinness Book of World Records, no one's lived over 125. That's not true. People have lived way longer, and there's people out there, and you may say, oh, in a distant galaxy, a million light years away or something, but actually, no, there's a lot of them that are closer than you think. You think that everybody who's over age 120 or 130 is completely wiped out the planet. You're wrong. There is people who are over that age that are still living today, that were born on this planet and are still living on this planet. They may be not very well known in the so-called public light, but they're there and they exist, and it's very difficult to prove. I actually watched. Do I have time to say this? I got like 1 minute. I watched a documentary about cults and stuff, and I know there's a lot of bullshit going around about messiahs and immortal people and giants and all this, but that's more disinformation as far as I'm concerned. The real information is scary enough. So we don't need these, in my opinion, just totally bogus. I have other words for it, but these Hollywood images and movies of these cliche kind of cult figures and mythical creatures and whatnot. In real life, there's people and things that, well, classify them as what you will, but they're pretty darn incredible and unbelievable, I guess is a word, and mysterious to most, and scary, I think, to a lot, because they just simply refuse to believe it. And when they find out it's real, whether it be by, in their last moments of living, and then they suddenly become perceptive to everything around, and all the truth starts flooding in, and suddenly they realize these things are true, whether it be that, or I'm not necessarily saying that everyone has the same experiences in different moments of life, but I am saying that some people have an extremely extended life, and hopefully we all can. And if you watch my next videos, hopefully we all can, and I can start that process off, because there seems to be no one that cares or doing anything about it. I'll be back.